Oh, have a lot of mess. All right, good evening, guys. I'm just gonna wait for more people to join in before we start, so we can proceed. I'm both on Zoom and on Facebook, so if people can let me know if they can see me. If you can see me, please type. If you can see me and hear me, please type a 222 on the chat box. For the Zoom, if you can see and okay, maybe you can't type. 1 second. Okay. Can you guys hear me? All right, perfect. There you go. And the Facebook, obviously, you can hear me, I'm sure. Can someone hear me on Facebook? Okay, the reason why we did Facebook is because the Zoom only takes 3,000 people. Chat is disabled. Really? How do I make it? Okay, some people are watching. Some people. Yes, we can hear. Okay, that's fine. No, some people can hear my queenship. All right, guys. Wow. This day had to come. All right, good evening, leaders. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Zoom is full, guys. For those people that are on the Zoom and you know people that want to watch this particular update, please tell them to go and join the live. The live link is actually on the same message of the Zoom link. So for those people that cannot join, they can join the Facebook Live. So, okay, hold on. I need to record this. 1 second.
Recording in progress.
Okay, perfect. For those people that guys cannot join the Zoom calls, please share on the WhatsApp groups. Please share it so that they can come on the Facebook. I'm just waiting for 3 more minutes. By 6:10 we are starting, so that I can get this said to everybody once and for all. But please note, this is not an official Zoom. This is my personal Zoom for my team. So this is not an official QZ Asset Management Zoom. This is my personal overflow team from myself going down. It's not an official Zoom. So whatever that you hear here, it's not what the company said. It's what I am saying. I need everybody to note that, okay? Whatever that you hear here, okay, this one that is saying unable to join. Oh, sorry. I wasn't supposed to do that. Please tell them to go to the Facebook Live. 2 more minutes, guys, before we start. And I repeat, whatever that I say here is not from QZ Asset Management. It's from myself, personally. And this is only meant for my team. Okay. I know the other teams might be on the call, but if you are here, obviously, on the call, please go back to your leader, your upline, your board of director, for them to update you. Okay. Thank you, King B. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my friend. All right, 1 more minute, leaders. 1 more minute. I see people are still joining. That's why I'm still here. I want to just start and proceed once and for all. And then we can move on. All right. 1 more minute. Exactly 10 past 6 we are starting. Exactly 10 past 6 we are starting. 10 past 6 we are starting, guys. All right. Some people can't access chats. Where? Facebook? All right, guys, that's not important. What's important is what I'm going to say. And I am already recording this on the Zoom. For those people that are not going to manage to join this particular call, we'll then share the Zoom recording afterwards. First of all, I would like to say thank you so much to everybody that honored this in this call today, this evening. I know as QZ Asset Management members, we have been distraught, we have been disturbed, we have been confused. We do not know what is what. And then before I proceed, I want to, for those people, I think everybody knows me though, but I'm going to say my full name properly. My name is Pria Chiradza, and I live in Johannesburg, South Africa. Okay. So guys, a lot has been happening. A lot has been happening since I mean, especially the past 2-3 days. A lot of groups have been created. You know, a lot has been said, and I do want to tell or say this about, especially that's the first thing that I want to address, that, you know, I'm not keeping quiet because I'm running away. I will never run away, especially from my team. I am here and I'm still here. I've been here when we started this business, and I will continue to be here. I will never run away from my team. But, you know, when a group is created, you know, already people have made up their minds of who you are, and people are already angry at you, there is no reasoning that you ever bring to a person that is made up their mind. Hence, I do not respond. So, and when I respond, I always want to respond with facts. When it's the right time, I will talk. When it's not the right time, it's not necessary for me to respond or to be talking. Otherwise, whatever that I'm going to say in group 1, I'm going to say it in group 2, in group 3, up until there's so many groups, in all the 10 groups. So it's not necessary. Right now, my focus was to get answers. And that is what I was concentrating on. So for those people that felt offended that I was in their groups and I was not talking, my apologies, but that is also my reason why I didn't respond. All right. So guys, I see there is a lot of accusations, you know, going there. Pria is part of QZ, Pria is this, Pria is that. There's a lot. And to be honest with you, I am not, how do I put it? I'm not the person to tell people how to vent, you know, when they are angry, or how to react to the situations. Everybody is allowed to react the way they want to react. It's understandable because we are talking about monies here. But leaders, at the end of the day, I am on this call today to tell you that I am not the owner of QZ Asset Management. I do not know how to create a system. When I came in QZ, I was recruited by my sponsor, who is no longer in the business, and I'm not going to mention that person because she's no longer in the business. So I do not want to drag her name into it. But she joined under my upline, who is Lady B, Hlengiwe. And when I joined this business, I found a lot of leaders who already joined the business. So I was not the first person, first of all, in South Africa or in Africa to join QZ Asset Management. So I joined in around 17th of September last year. And the business came to Africa around August last year. So a month later, that is when I joined QZ Asset Management. Now, when I started with QZ Asset Management, I did not even have access to corporate. The only time I had access to corporate is when, I'm recording this by the way, yes. The only time I started having access to corporate is when my upline, Lady B, wanted to negotiate for support with the corporate and asked me to help her to speak to corporate. I'm a person that when I join a business, I focus on my team. I do not wait for an upline to help me do presentations, to help me explain the business. When I take the PDF, I read it myself. Once I understand it, I go with what happens. So hence me taking responsibility of my business. So I think she obviously noticed my proactiveness. I'm not sure what she noticed, but out of everyone that was already in the business, she decided to call me to negotiate with her, with corporate for support. Because at that time, there was no money. We didn't have money to do presentations. We didn't have money to go to, I would borrow a car from people. And I'm pretty sure if this company was mine, I wouldn't have to be borrowing cars from people. But anyway, to some people, it's unbelievable and it's okay. So when I got to that meeting, it was myself, Lady B, Mark, and Dan. This is the first time I had a private Zoom call with these two gentlemen. Now, after the negotiation, yes, they agreed. Now, they gave, not me directly, obviously, it was sent to Lady B, $1,000, and then the 2% of all of Lady B network was always sent to Lady B up until the end of, I can't remember whether it was December or end of January, somewhere there. That's when they called us again. But the time they called us back, it was now myself, Lady B, Bongi, and we were told the support is going to stop because we are now making money and we can now support ourselves. Okay. Now, the most important thing here, it's not to defend myself, but the most important thing here is to show people that when a company brings their services or their products for people to market, we all come in and we want something that is good, first of all, for ourselves. It's good for the people that we are going to work with. It's good for the community. So as an online business and someone that has lost money in the online space, we were definitely looking for something that is sustainable. And yes, guys, when I saw QZ Asset Management with its history, with the facts that are online, with everything that I saw, with the auditing reports that were shown on Zoom, there was no way I thought that the company is not credible. Now, this is me. I might not be an expert in so many things, but thank God that before I joined this business, not that I'm going to be blaming anybody, but thank God that when I joined this business with my legal knowledge of how things should be like, I also managed to get opinions of other two researchers who also confirmed that, okay, the business looks good. And my one concern was whether this company was actually cloning another real company, and for them, they are actually trying to get something else of the company. All right. So with that, we confirmed that the business was good. Now, this is my belief. And thank God that whenever I present, I always tell people that this is my own research. You go out there and do your own research. Now, from that meeting with the corporate, which was already, I think, the mid of October, that was the first time that I actually had access with the support, with the corporate. And a week later, a group called Support was opened where we were now about 6 to 7 people in that group who had access to the very same people that I also had access to, which were just the 2 people, Mark and Dan. Now, this group grew up until currently, I think we are maybe 50 people or 57 people. I'll get the number right. But what I'm trying to put out is that I am not the only person that had access to corporate. Most people had access to corporate. But be that as it may, I understand that I actually spoke to them even more. Maybe not more than my upline, but more than most people. All right. Now, guys, when I joined this business, I'm a network marketer. I look for a service or a product that I like to market, and I market it like every other person. I am only a distributor, and my only problem or my only sin in this particular company is the fact that I was more energetic and more hungrier and more hardworking than most people. For me to be ranked to a board of director, it's not because it was per appointment, it was per rank. Now, the requirement of this particular board of director rank was for you to earn a certain amount of money from the 1st of January to the end of April, and then you are a ranked board of director. We were not appointed board of directors because of qualifications or because we were given shares from the company. No, these things were supposed to be actively kick off after the official approval of the IPO. All right. Now, when I started traveling, when I saw the CEO for the first time in Durban, that was the Durban office opening, that is when I decided to travel all over the world for my teams, because why? I have gained confidence. But guess what? I was not the only one who saw the CEO in Durban office. We were more than 100 people. Some people actually had private meetings with the CEO, and nobody came out of that meeting saying that this CEO is fake. This business is fake. We all believed in the company, and everybody in their own capacity started running their teams, started building their own teams. And that is how we built QZ Asset Management to a larger scale all over the world. Now, if somebody had come to me even right now and they say, Pria, I told you that this person or this company is like this, please come ahead and show me. Because especially all of us in South Africa, there is no one person who came to me and told me and showed me proof. It's another thing for people to say, it's a scam. Everybody says that to every company. But for someone to come and show me proof to say, this is not a real company, nobody said that. Now, guys, a lot of things have happened. This company has changed my life, and not only my life, it has changed a lot of people's lives. Now, it is very unfortunate, but you know what? I understand what leadership is. One man once told me that leadership is very difficult. You can work for people, you can even die for people, but one day they will still complain that you did not die well. So that part, I am not moved as to what is happening when people are stabbing me, are doing this, even though I did what I had to do for so many people for them to get what they want. Be that as it may, I am not God. I believe that God is the one that made this thing happen. But all I know is that I saw people buy houses in this company. I saw people buy cars in this company. I saw people start businesses in this company. I saw people now buying food. People were sleeping without eating in this company. I saw people buy their mother's cars. I saw people building houses, doing so many things that they couldn't do through this company. Now that the company is already doing whatever that they're doing, everybody is looking for one person or a few people to blame. But we were all marketing the business. Be that as it may, guys, I am here today to tell you what I believe is happening now with the company. Now, everybody, like I say, and I'm still going to say it, this is my opinion, my personal one. Whatever that happens after this is, how do I put it properly? Whatever that will happen with the company after this, whether it is against my opinion or for my opinion, we will either thank God for it or we will count our losses and we move on. Now, on Wednesday, we had a Zoom call whereby we actually updated the team on the findings. Now, these findings, personally, I got a call from Alex. I don't know if everybody knows Alex, but Alex is the Spanish interpreter for QZ Asset Management. I met him for the first time in Durban when he came with the CEO. Now, that is the part of one of the guys that came with the CEO and the marketing director. A few days after this, the support team left our WhatsApp groups, that is when actually Alex, I think it was a day before the Zoom call, yes, he called me and we spoke for 30 minutes. He then explained to me that he actually was asking that, where is the marketing director, Mr. Mark? I said the last time I spoke to Mr. Mark was, I showed him the message, I think it was on a Monday because of the Zoom call. Now, I sent that message, but I never got a response. Now, on that second Zoom call where the CEO did not appear, I sent Mark directly a message. I normally used to talk directly to Dan, the support guy, because he knows English better than Mark. For Mark, for him, it's difficult with English. This is why I always spoke to Dan more. So on that particular day, on a Monday, when the CEO did not appear for the second time and they were playing the recording, I decided to tell Mark or inbox Mark that we have presenters online. Can he please give us the host rights so that we can present? But he did not respond. So the next day, Alex asked me if I have seen Mark or heard from Mark. I said, no, I sent him a message yesterday, but he didn't respond. He then told me that Mark is probably hacked, hence he was not responding. But lo and behold, he then called me again the next day to tell me that all employees have been fired, including himself as an interpreter. And they were told to do a video to show them deactivating their WhatsApp, their work WhatsApp that they are using to chat with us, and also show the proof. Now, Alex is from Taiwan. He was hired by a guy called Hunter for the company. So they wanted to know if I know where the CEO and Mark is. The last presentation that Mark did was a Sunday of, they told me the date, is it 14 May? Someone can check for me if 14 May is a Sunday, but I think they said 14 May, on a Sunday for the Spanish team, and they told me that that was the shortest Zoom that he has ever done. All right. So they do not know how he was in a hurry. He just came there, he did a Zoom, and he left. The last time I spoke to corporate, which is Dan especially, is the day that he, after the Monday of the CEO, I messaged Dan, actually, guys. I messaged Dan. I might screenshot the messages that I sent to him and send, but I don't think it's necessary. I'll use them when it is necessary. But I sent Dan a lot of messages, and I was talking to Dan, asking him that as I have been loyal with the company, I'm talking for myself, I'm not talking for everybody. This is why I said this particular call is for my team and it's not an official call. So whatever other updates that you want to hear, please go to your upline or to your board of directors. So I spoke to Dan. I poured out my heart. I said, I do not know, first of all, how you want us to explain, or how you want me to explain why the CEO is not present on 2 executive Mondays. When this company stopped withdrawals on the 1st of May, I called Dan one-on-one. I said, Dan, off record, please tell me if there is any other reason besides the requirement of the W-8 form that is causing the stop of withdrawals. Dan saw with his life and said, Pria, I've never lied to you before. I will not lie to you now. That is only the reason. Once people have signed their forms, then we will get back to normal. Now, having the faith and the confidence that I've always had, obviously, for the company, I thought, well and good. And guys, I did not just hear them and say, oh, yes and amen. No, I went out. I checked if it is true for a company that is going to be listed with NASDAQ. Is it a true requirement, really? And I found out that, yes, it is a true requirement for people to sign that form. And a lot of people who are not even in QZ Asset Management confirmed with me that this is a true, legit requirement. So guys, that was my belief. And then I went ahead. I would not purposely ask a person to put in even $100 to something that I personally know that is a scam. After the Shanghai trip was cancelled, the board of directors then suggested to corporate that, guys, can we please have a trip to Shanghai ourselves as board of directors so we can be able to see the offices for sure. They agreed. They asked for our details. We sent our details. And when we sent our details, we were given a date between 5 to 8 June. Now, those are the dates that we were given by corporate to come to Shanghai so that we can actually see the offices. While we are in the process, obviously, of applying for our visas, I get a message from Dan, who then says, how far with the Johannesburg office opening? Now, let's get to the Johannesburg office opening. And then I told him that the Johannesburg office, we have done renovations, but when it comes to furniture, it will only take me a week or two to fill it up, and then we can be ready for the CEO's coming. And then he comes back and says, you know what? Do not announce as yet. All right? This is why I think I even posted the other time that there was some news that was shocking me, because I couldn't announce as yet. I had to wait for them to go and get the right date so as to come back to me when exactly the CEO is coming to Johannesburg. He came back with 11th of June, which is on a Sunday, and he asked me if it was okay, and I agreed. But with the Johannesburg office, when we registered the Johannesburg office, we couldn't register under the director, which was currently Lady B in Devon, because of certain things that are personal to her that I cannot mention on live. But we were using the company's CIPC and her ID, so we could not register that office in Johannesburg under herself again. So I had to take the office as if it's my office, not the company office, as if it's my personal office. And for that, just for me to sign the contract. But the company, we're going to fix everything so that it is registered properly and under the company. Mark, the marketing director, paid 6 months deposit for the office, which was sent directly to my wallet, and I paid it also directly to the landlord. And then when it came for renovations, the company only had $30,000 budget for that office. So, and the office, the charges were more than that. They were $1 million plus in rands, which is about 55 or 50, about 50,000 US dollars. And the company said they cannot pay that now. They can only pay that after the IPO approval. Mark then asked me if we can wait as the Johannesburg team up until the August. I even called a few leaders and said, guys, this is the situation. And then one of the leaders even suggested that, you know what, we can contribute and then we will see what we can do as leaders. But then later I said, you know, I went back to Mark and said, you know what, Mark, what if I pay for the office and then in August you reimburse me the money back? He agreed. It was my agreement and with him. I'm sure I also have that message as well on my phones. And he said, okay, you go ahead with the office. We will pay you after the IPO approval. I have used $1 million plus on that office, only on renovations. Recently, I paid a deposit of 164,000 rand on furniture, having a balance of more than 200,000 to pay off the furniture for the CEO to be ready. Now, if I was that person who knows that the CEO might not come, why waste? Do you understand how much $1 million is? Why waste $1 million rand on something I know definitely it will not materialize? But anyway, be that as it may, we continued preparing for the office. And recently, when especially the CEO missed the Zoom for the second time, I did not sleep that night. I had to brutalize Dan, and I told him, you know, it's unfortunate that a lot of people think that when we are talking with the corporate, we are just saying yes and amen to everything, but that is not the case. We question these people. We want answers for these people. But it's obviously that we cannot be coming and be telling you that, no, I questioned the company, guys. This is what I can't be doing that. And also, after they give me their answers, I will come back and defend what I believe it is true. I questioned Mark these things. And I told Mark that it is very unfortunate that the CEO and the company in this situation is not here with us to help us fight this particular season together. They are not meeting us halfway. We are doing our part, but the company is not present with us. We cannot go out there and say we are proud of this company because you did not fight with us. I'm trying not to look at messages because they're distracting me. I want to concentrate on what I'm saying and I don't want to get emotional. All right? The company was not here. But guys, we were not sleeping. We were not just watching things go down because we know how much people have invested. People have put in millions. Myself, the money that I've made, I was using it mostly to help my team. You know, when IRP2 was ending, if I tell you how much I used back in the system, close to 3 million, to help people to rank up. Why? I want my team to win like me. So why would I put back 3 million exactly on the 31st of May if I know the company is leaving? I have got my team members here. They can tell you if they're ready to. I'm not lying about it. They are here. They can ask them. Those that rank up to executive, they can tell you how much each of them I gave them for them to rank up to that particular rank. Why would I waste 3 million rand on helping my team to rank up if I knew the company was leaving? That is number one. Secondly, I asked Dan, I said, Dan, right now I am busy preparing an office. I am spending my money. The least the finance can do is to at least give me the Johannesburg office money. Dan said, hold on, I'll come back. Let me chase them for you. Okay, that is his English anyway. And then he came back the next day and said, my dear, I still have the chat. My dear, my leader, I respect you. One thing I can tell you at this moment is that, please, if it means you holding on or opening the office, Johannesburg office later, rather do that than use your money. I'm talking about Dan, the person that I've been talking to on a daily basis. Then, because that statement didn't sit well with me, I did not sleep that day. I was talking to Dan all night. I said, what do you mean? I need to understand what is really happening. If there's anything, tell me. I forced the truth out of him. But guess what? The message that he sent to me is that, my leader, I respect your ethics, I respect the way you work, but I do not know, because he's an employee, he says, I do not know what is happening on the top, meaning with the corporate, the CEO and everything. But what I can tell you is right now, you need to stop being a leader, take a break, go for a vacation. And I told him point blank that this is not the time for me to go for vacation. I want to be here for my team, whether it is good and whether it is bad. But then things have happened, guys. And for me, personally, I am tired of, how do I put it, hoping. Because after the last message that Dan sent, he told me that, Pria, do you remember when I said, look after yourself? You cannot save the world. Save yourself first, and then you will save the world. But because I am not that person who will just run by myself and leave my team, I understood the message that he said. But honestly speaking, I am here because I'm going to share, or I am trying to tell you that what I believed was a sustainable company. I repeat, guys, this is my opinion. I'm back. I had to catch a breath. I repeat, this is my opinion, guys. And whatever that happens after today, whether good or bad, I don't think the company is coming back. Anyway, I'm trying to be okay. After everything that has happened, I do not believe the company yeah, I'll be fine. And I would like to take this time to apologize to every investor, every business partner, every distributor who joined this business because of my belief in it. I truly believed that we had found something different. But obviously, it seems like this was a perfect there's nothing more, guys, I can say. You can blame me all you want if you like. You can blame whoever. But the truth of the matter is, I believed. And the honest truth is that a lot of people, 99.9% of the people that joined this business also believed with me. It's very painful and very hurting that when things are good, people were praising QSET and praising those that brought it. When things are bad, people, they turn to those people and forget that they bought cars. They forget that they bought houses. They forget that at least the money that they have made from this business changed their lives. And trust me, I feel for those people that did not make money in this business. And I am not saying it's nothing. I am not saying that we should forget about it. But what I am saying is that let's come together and make a plan to retrieve our funds. I have seen this happen in 2018, where a company, people came together and funds were retrieved and people were paid part of their money by the liquidator that took over. And not all of it, but part of it was paid. But here, especially in Africa, you know what we are doing? We are busy fighting ourselves, pointing fingers, because that is the easiest way of getting out of depression or frustration or anything, instead of coming together and catching the real culprits. Who are these Chinese people who came here to rob us? And guys, to be honest with you, right now we have wasted 2 to 3 days fighting each other. And I saw on one of the groups, they're saying the money in the Binance has moved. Why wouldn't it move? Because we wasted 2 to 3 days fighting each other instead of fighting the right person. And I think that is the real reason why this company or these companies come to Africa. Because why? They know we will fight each other. We will never fight the right person. We will fight each other. I am here. I am not moving. If you want to blame me, it makes you feel better. It's okay, blame me. If you want to threaten me, it makes you feel good. Go ahead. Please threaten me. But I know that some people, even if it's only 2, who believe what I'm saying, it's okay. Because I do not need the whole world to believe me. I just need God to know my heart. And that is what I know. It's very unfortunate that even now, teams that I've never seen before, they have never called me for their meetings. They have never even recognized me as an upline. Yet they never knew who I am. It's so unfortunate. So leaders, I would truly, truly like to say, I apologize to those that I brought in the business, to those that believed in me. I'm truly sorry. Thank you so much. Bye.